And let me stay calm so I can get through this video. You guys already know, Auntie Pat. I'm so happy, like I haven't even opened up the box yet. Anyways, I should say hey first. Okay, hey guys, I'm Lala's Grand. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. We're gonna get right in. So, of course, Auntie Pat McGrath, went ahead and released a new Mothership palette. So I literally got the box. I did peek inside the box. Okay, I can help myself. I was like, I cannot wait to film. And I literally ordered this within the first 4 minutes or 5 minutes that it was launched. I know. I honestly am a huge fan of Pat McGrath. Like, I truthfully just love what she stands for. I love her brand. I love the quality of her products. What can I say? I just love it. So if you have watched my videos before, you know I'm not new to Auntie Pat. So just opening the box, oh my goodness, you guys. So I'm gonna talk you guys through what I ordered. So let's first go ahead and talk about this palette. Like, I haven't even opened it up, but this is the Mothership 9 Huetopian Dream Artistry palette. Can we just look at the packaging? If you guys go on Auntie Pat's Instagram, you'll notice that like there have been so many like mini videos and stuff, just like art creations on her Instagram page for this palette, and everything is so inspiring. Now, I really like how Pat McGrath will oftentimes show us snippets of how her inspiration or what her dream was or her theme for the palettes that she releases. And I feel like all of those videos are just so wonderful. Like, her whole team and the people who created the videos, gorgeous, pure art. Look at this up close, you guys. Oh, this packaging is gorgeous. Like, look at this queen here. So this bundle retails for $132, but I used her early access code, which was also a discount code, and the code was like Dream 10, and I got like 10% off. So in total, let me see how much I spent. I spent $118. All right, so let's go ahead and open up this palette. And by the way, if you wanted to purchase the palette on its own, I did check, it's actually still up. I thought it was gonna be sold out by now. So when you open the box, she normally usually has like this card that has like the shade names listed, because she never puts her shade names on the palette. You guys, it looks so beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch all of these shades so you guys can see everything up close. Experience astral projection as you transform eyes into prismatic nebulas with these ultra blendable, hyper wearable hues. 10 cosmically creamy pigments venture from iridescent amethyst and solar bronze to shocking pink coral. 6 futuristic finishes: velvety matte, mesmerizing metallic, luminous shimmer, mind-altering duochrome sparkle. Wait, what? I'm sorry, it's just like, what? Okay, I'm gonna be serious now. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, what is a mind-altering duochrome like? All right, I have a high expectations then. Mind-altering, oh my goodness. And transcendental triochrome let you gleam, smolder and shape your way through a galaxy of looks. All shades are formulated with a next generation technology to ensure seamless blendability and exceptional wear on every skin tone. All right, you guys, let's just get into this palette. Like, I don't even know what to say. So in her palettes, she's really known for just really playing like with textures and tones and like different formulas in one palette, like in one Mothership palette. Like, listen, Mother has landed, okay? Many different textures. There's so much you can do with this. And this comes to the point to say, like, I'm telling you guys, anytime I wear like Pat McGrath shimmers and stuff on my eyes, what? I get so many compliments. People are like, who did your makeup? Like, what are you wearing on your eyes? Like, it's so eye-catching. It's something about it, like the pigment. She has her craft and she knows it really well. So I wanted to talk about the different formulas in this palette. So she's got mattes, shimmers, metallics, trichrome, duochrome, and a gleaming metallic shade. I mean, like, there's so much. So we're just gonna go over what shade is what. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the very first shade in this palette. And this shade is called Skin Show Nude Ecstasy, and it is a shimmer shade. All right, you guys, so I'm really up close because I want you guys to be able to see what these shades are like. So this first one right here is called Skin Show Nude Ecstasy. And really, I would describe this as like a peach champagne color. It's really like a fair peach color, and it is a shimmer shade. So there's only 3 mattes in the palette, and this is the first one. This one is called Secret Eden. And I think that this is like a dusty rose pink color. I'm gonna swatch over this again. But you guys, I'm telling you, her matte formula is like the easiest to blend. So don't be fooled by this swatch. All right, so this next shade is called Bronze Desire, and it's a gleaming metallic. And I feel like this color is like, I would say it's not like a copper color. I would say it's duller than a copper, but it's got so much more brown. It's almost like an earth tone metallic brown shade. I feel like I'm about to be blown away by this next shade. So this next shade is actually a metallic shade, you guys, and it's Bronze Solaris 005. So let's go ahead and swatch this out right now. Oh my goodness, look how pretty that is. Just look at this on the finger, you guys. Oh, all right, let me go ahead and just build up this swatch a little bit more because I will get carried away. All right, so if you thought that you were gonna get blown away by this shade, this next shade, y'all, is a duochrome sparkle, and it's called Astral Venusian Orchid. Like, before I swatch it, look at this. It is a duochrome. And just with me looking at it in the light, like I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, is it lavender? Wait, is it like a unicorn sparkle shade? Like, is it white? Is it kind of green? Is it purple? Anyways, let me just swatch it so you guys can see. Let me stop playing games. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it looks like a green gold right here. But then you shift it and then it looks like a lilac shade. Oh my, then it looks like champagne, then it looks pink. I don't even know that honestly, this camera is not doing it justice because it really looks pretty. Not that this shade needs to be built up at all, but oh my goodness, I just want to touch it again. Look at this. Oh, the camera isn't picking up all of the reflex. You guys are gonna have to swatch this in person so you can really see what I mean. If I hold my finger up, I kind of think that I might get a little bit of a better view of the reflex, but still, it's not doing it justice. All right, so this is the second matte of the 3 mattes in the palette, and this is called Extreme Plum Noir. I don't know if I'm saying that shade right. And let me swatch that again. It is a plum brown shade, and I feel like with Pat McGrath's, sometimes you'll look at her mattes and be like, oh, it's not that dark, but then you blend it out and you're like, whoa, that is so much deeper than I anticipated. Yeah, if you see it here on my finger before I swatch it, you can definitely tell that this is a shade that is definitely gonna deepen on your eyes, you guys. Which I really do love, because if I wanna get more depth in my looks, I do wanna be able to have deeper shades to work with. So this next shade, called Cosmic Bloom, is so soft, you guys, and it's the second metallic in the palette. If you remember, this shade right here was also metallic. And this right here, I would describe this shade honestly as a rose gold shade. Like, it honestly looks rose gold. And again, that's the thing about shooting these videos. Like, I feel like you can't always pick up the true hues, not all the time. It always looks so much better in person. This is the last matte in the palette, and it's called Shockwave. This actually reminds me of one of her blushes. It kind of reminds me of Electric Boom, but Electric Boom, I would say, is a brighter coral shade. This right here, though, is definitely in that coral family, this shade right here. All right, are you guys ready? I feel like this next shade is one of like the most hyped shades in the whole entire palette. It's called Blitz Sex Dream. Like, oh my goodness, let's see what this shade looks like. It's supposed to be a triochrome color. Can you guys see? If I were to continue going, this shade would literally just keep going and going. So here it is on my finger. It looks green, it looks brown, it looks gold, like champagne a little bit. Like, there's so many different reflex in it. I don't know if you can tell, but look at it here on my arm. Like a purpley bronze color, but green, but gold. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, are you guys ready? This is the last shade in the palette, and it's called Astral Amethyst Moon, and it's another duochrome sparkle color. So there's 2 duochromes in this palette, and this was the first one if you remember, and that was Astro Venusian Orchid, and then this is the last one. So let's see what this looks like, you guys. Wow. What is Auntie Pat doing to us? Like, is this even legal? Can somebody tell me, please? Like, what? Look at this shade again. So this shade to me looks purple and blue, like a lavender and blue color, depending on the way the light hits it, because it is a duochrome. And just in case you guys wanted to see the palette up close, here are all of the shades. Let me know if you guys want to see comparison swatches, because I feel like definitely like the first 4 shades can definitely be compared to, but this shade right here, I don't think she has a comparison to it, and that one is Astro Venusian Orchid. This one definitely, the other shade is of course her Triochrome color, and then this last shade, Astral Amethyst Moon, I feel like there's a couple shades that kind of come close to it, but they're not duochromes. So this right here are all 10 shades from Huetopian Dream, you guys. This is the palette. It looks gorgeous. So let's go ahead and get into our eyeshadow look next. So after swatching all of those shades just now, I feel like there was one shade that was like the twinkle in my eye that was like, you have to use me. And I know a lot of people must probably be using the Trichrome. And by the way, I haven't watched any videos on this palette. I've just been on Pat McGrath's Instagram, and even doing that, I've tried to not really watch the videos that much because I just want to come up with like my own looks and just have my own experience and first impression. You guys know how I do. So anyways, the shade that was like the twinkle of my eye was this shade called Astro Venusian Orchid, and that was like that lavender shade right here. So that shade, I know I definitely want to use for sure. Usually I always like to start off with like a sparkle or a shimmer in my crease just to like challenge me even more. But I'm gonna switch it up today, and I'm actually gonna start off with one of her mattes. And by the way, to prime my eyelids, I did use her concealer, and I'm in the shade MD23. That's actually my highlighting shade. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M504 brush, and the shade that I'm gonna go in with is called Secret Eden. Now this is the lightest of the 3 mattes. So let's see what this shade looks right here on my eye. And I'm first gonna start off just by tapping this and placing it where I want to. And I'm going, I guess I'm going in my crease, y'all. Listen, I'm telling you, like when you just kind of just go with the flow with your looks, they just be coming out so bomb. All right, so let's blend this shade a little bit more. Do you see this blendability? What work? Like, what? I'm not even working over here, like. And I'm using one of her quads as a mirror because the palette itself, y'all, listen, this is luxury makeup and it's got weight to it. Like it feels really good, but it's too heavy to hold up for a whole entire eye look. So I'm gonna be using this quad. And I'm really getting a really nice blend right here as well as pigment. Okay, so you know how she mentioned like how this is like just for all skin tones? She is so right about that. Like on my dark skin, her mattes, her light shadows and everything always show up on me. Like it doesn't look ashy, it looks so good. Like other brands, that's a problem that I have. A shade like this would have had, I don't know, I don't want to say it would have been like too powdery white, but it would have it just wouldn't show up as well on my skin tone as this. Pigment is there and just a little bit of product goes a long way. And I'm not getting any fallout right now, by the way, just in case you're wondering. So I'm going in with Extreme Plum Noir, and I'm just placing this like in my crease area. So what I want to get from this shade is really just some more depth in this eye look. So that's why I'm taking this shade, and I'm just focusing on placing the product first, and then I'll go back in and blend it out. And look at how beautifully this blends in with Secret Eden. Like I feel like I'm getting the depth that I want, but that transition, is really nice. And I think I want to carry this shade in just a little bit further. I'm just taking that shade and putting it on the very edge of my eyelid. And when you do this, just be very careful, because if you put it too far down, like, you're not gonna have that nice snatched look. But a pro tip is you could always clean it up with concealer afterwards, especially if you're doing eyes first like I am today. But I'm just putting it right here, and then I'm gonna go in and blend. But I'm gonna use a different brush to just blend this out right here. Beautiful. All right, so now I want to go back into Secret Eden, and I just want to lightly blend in my outer edges a little bit, only because I want to just make sure this is blended thoroughly. So I want to play with a different formula, and I'm looking at Bronze Desire. Now, Bronze Desire is described as a gleaming metallic, so I want to go ahead and play around with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to take my finger and I'm just going to tap this on this portion of my lid. And I didn't lay anything down, and look how pretty it looks. Okay, yeah, so I didn't lay any like concealer or nothing like that. Like, that's the thing I like about her shadows. You don't have to like do that much work. Like, it just all comes together so nicely. So I'm just gonna lay this down. This is so pretty, y'all. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to take my Morphe M506 brush. It's a smaller detail brush, and I'm just going to tap this just right here, just so I can get closer in those areas that I couldn't get with my finger. I didn't take that shadow too far in because that's pretty much just where I want it. And I want to play with this IntensifEYES, you guys, Artistry Wand. This packaging is literally like a present. Like, it's so cute. I can't. And here's the eye artistry pin up close. And it feels like a Sharpie, honestly. It feels like a medium-sized thick marker that you would normally use. And so I wanted to read the description of this because, you guys, I've never even used something like this before. This eye artistry enhancer combines the versatility of a mixing liquid with an easy-to-use pen to deliver instantly amplified shadow vibrancy that lasts. Designed as a multifunctional wand, it distills some of Pat's best-kept backstage secrets into one simple step. Apply as a base or when layering shadows to improve adherence and optimize finish. The clear hydrating formula glides on to ensure smooth and even shadow application, transforming metallic, shimmer, and sparkling finishes into lavish lid embellishments. It's the couture makeup tool for ultimate eye adornment. Oh my goodness, even this, like, why is the description so lit? Okay, let's just move on, you guys. Okay, so when you open this up, it's literally shaped like a triangle, which I think is designed specific. That's actually smart, because if you want to get into like the inner corners, you can. And so with this right here, oh, okay, so you push it up, almost like a push-up pen or something. But this is the shape of it up close. So according to the description, you only need a little bit pulled up at a time. So I'm just literally clicking it just to get some of that product to come out. And I've probably done like 20 clicks already, but it's just coming up really slowly. Okay, so it's finally raised up just a little bit. Let me show you this detail right up close. I just want to swatch this out of my hand just to like see like what exactly is this? Like, I've never used something like this before. So honestly, it's really just clear. It almost feels like a clear ointment, but it's not oily. I don't know. This is something that's really different. It kind of reminds me of like one of my pore filling primers that I use that makes everything really smooth. So I don't know. Let's see what this does. So I'm just taking this and I'm just putting this like in the inner corner of my eye, and I'm just gonna glide this across. And I'm gonna want my next shade to go into this second shade. So I'm taking this and I'm gliding it into it as well. So I'm gonna use a flat shadow brush and I'm gonna go into that shade Astral Venetian Orchid. So this is a shade that I told you guys was just calling my name. So I do have that product laid down on my lid already. So I'm just gonna tap this. Ooh, Ooh, this is so pretty. All right, guys, so I had to take a pause. My camera battery died, but I am back now. And so I need to go back and apply Astro Venetian Orchid. I need to finish that up. So I'm gonna go back in with this Artistry pencil, and I need to just reapply just some more, just so I can lay down some more of that shade. I'm gonna go back in with my flat brush and just lightly tap it on my lid. Oh my goodness, look at this shade, you guys. This shade is perfect. Like if you are going out somewhere, like let's say you are, listen, I didn't even wear this to like a day party. Not just a wedding, not out at night, but if you were to wear this out at night, like look at how this just pops. This color is so pretty. So I will say that in using this Artistry pencil, now I am still having just a little bit of fallout, but normally I would actually have more fallout with this shade. So it's definitely adhering to my lid more. I would say that the color is, honestly, I feel like even if I didn't use the Artistry pencil, that this color, the shade, the eyeshadow would still pop even without it. But I feel like it just helps it to grip more to my lid. So with these shades, I'll normally use my finger to apply it, but this time, because I wanted to use the Artistry pencil, I did use the brush. But what I want to do is, I just want to take this on my finger. Look how pretty it is. It's like lavender, purple, green, champagne. So pretty. So what I want to do is I just want to take my finger and tap this on my lid just to see if I get even more of a color payoff. And I do. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Look at this, you guys. Can you tell like the difference? Like I feel like I just have more of a punch with using my finger. So with this other eye, I'm not going to use the brush. I'm gonna go back in with this Artistry pencil and just work on the curve on the inner portion of my eye, just on that angle, on that curve. And I'm not worried if it gets into the brown, simply because I want this sparkle shade to marry into the brown. So I think that's completely fine. In reading the information about this product, it did say make sure to keep the cap on. I guess that helps to make sure that the product stays nice and moist. So if you do get this, remember to keep your cap on. I'm gonna take my finger and just go right on my lid, no brush. Auntie Pat, I need you to call me. Like, I need you to call me. I need you to have me over there in England, wherever you are, Auntie Pat. Like, I just need to meet you. Look at this. You guys, I can't. I cannot, like the quality of these shadows. Like, I don't even have anywhere to go tonight. Like, I need to find someplace, like, look at this. Okay, so now I do want to use a brush though, just to get in the inner portion where my finger could not reach. So something that I noticed with this eye is that I actually have less fallout on this side than I do with this side. And I think really that's due to the brush that I used on this side. So I think in the future what I'll do is I'll just use my finger like I normally do. Ooh, these eyes, you guys, mesmerizing. Okay, so I do want to do more to my eyes, like eyeliner and stuff like that. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to wipe off this fallout and I'm gonna go ahead and do my face and I'll be back. Now my face is done. Look at this beat though. And I'm sure you're wondering, oh, what did you use on your face? Of course I used her foundation and I used her concealer. I used shade D36 as my contour and I used MD23 as my highlight. And yes, I did almost get carried away using this blush and it is Electric Boom. So if you guys didn't see my Pat McGrath blush video, check it out. So for my lower lash line, I'm using Extreme Plum Noir and I'm just putting this in my lower lash line and I'm gonna smoke this out. And I'm also gonna connect it with my outer V right here. I'm gonna switch brushes. So my smaller blending brush, I'm gonna go into Secret Eden and I'm gonna use that just to blend out the outer edges of Extreme Plum Noir. I feel like like these two colors together really create a beautiful gradient look. All right, so here's the thing. As I was blending out my lower lash line, minding my business, Bronze Solaris 005 is like, you know you want to use me. And I'm like, I sure do. So I have an idea. I want to take this Artistry pen and I kind of want to put the shade in my inner corner and just like the lower inner part of my lower lash line. So I feel like with what's already on my lid right now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in like my inner corner area with this pen. So I'm going to first try it. I think I'm going to pump more of it out and just like turn the pen on an angle. And let's see. Ooh, I'm in there, baby. All right, so let's put this on my lower lash line. I hope you guys could see that, but exactly where I wanted to put that shade is where I put this. All right, Bronze Solaris 005. I'm ready for you, baby. Oh my goodness. When I tell you I'm trying to compose myself right now, it's because I really am. Ooh, you know what I want to do? I want to take this Bronze Solaris 005 into Astro Venetian Orchid. All right, so I need to put this on my lower lash line too. Oh wait, no, let me do my other corner first. Okay, I feel like I'm all over the place because I'm just so freaking excited. Like I don't know what to do with myself. Do you guys see this look? Look at how Bronze Solaris 005 is blending into that, what is it, Astro Venetian Orchid. What? I do have some fallout on my face. I did not powder down. I don't even care. Like, I just love how this is looking. So I'm just gonna take like a detailed flat brush. And the reason why I wanna take this is because I feel like it'll really just let me get right up in here. Wow, look at what that Artistry pen did. I don't think I was prepared for that much punch, but hey, she is here. Wow, gorgeous. Okay, now what I wanna do, next? I can't even think right now. I kind of wanna mix. Now this is probably not gonna make any sense, right? But I kind of want to mix Bronze Solaris 005 with Bronze Desire to see if I can get some type of nice highlight. This probably doesn't make any sense, but I'm gonna try it. I'm literally going to try it. I don't know what this is gonna look like. Oh my goodness, because one of the shades is like way too glittery, but we're just gonna go for it and see. So I just dipped my brush into both of the pans. And voila, look at this highlight. I probably need less of Bronze Solaris 005 on this side, but let me just try a little bit more Bronze Desire. Ooh, yes, Bronze Desire, yes. Okay, I feel like this side I picked up too much of Bronze Solaris 005, so it's a little too sparkly gold, but I'm really loving this side. And yes, y'all, this is Auntie Pat's eyeliner. So am I okay with this flag? Yes, I love the way it's looking. Yes, let's continue. So I was in the middle of doing my lips and I was like, dang, I just need to go ahead and get this on camera because I've got my lashes on, but these lips, I literally have like all of my Pat McGrath lip products out here. Like I have so many lipstick, the lip gloss, so much to choose from. Like it's so much. And this may or may not be all of my Pat McGrath lip products. I know, don't judge me. All right, so let me tell you guys what I got going on my lips. I've lined my lips and I have Christy on my lips and I'm using, what shade is this? Peach Perversion Lust Gloss. Oh my goodness. Are my lips luscious or what? Look at this, like, look at how beautiful that looks. I almost use Lavendering because I feel like this complements Astro Venetian Orchid so nicely. Like, oh, I almost use this shade. All right, so what I got on my lips right now, I actually want to take this shade. This is Dreamscape, and I kind of want to put Dreamscape like in the center of my lips. Let's see. Y'all, are y'all seeing this? Like just in the center of my lips. Oh, So this is a finished look, like, all right, so let's just go over my final thoughts, right? The IntensifEYES Artistry Wand. I'm sorry, not a pen, but a wand. Like, I actually really like this product. I love how she really thought through, like, how can they fully use this product? The fact that I was like, wait, what if I want this on my inner corner or like my lower lash line? Like, the fact that I'm able to turn this inward and just get my inner corner, the inner part of my lower lash line, like, I think that that is smart. I feel like it has functionality and it actually does help get less fallout. I know I have fallout on my face right now, you guys, but when I tell you, I'm like touching stuff, I'm like getting stuff on my face, like, and I also do have some fallout, of course, from when I was applying the eyeshadow, but I feel like the IntensifEYES does help because you definitely do get less fallout. And if you use IntensifEYES first and then go in with your finger, but I can definitely see how layering with this can be so much more fun. If I go out somewhere now, they're gonna be like, who did your makeup? What's on your eyes? What are you wearing? I need to know. Yes, Auntie Pat, I'll tell you, okay? All right, let me stop. But you guys, this just looks so good. I absolutely love this. Now, before I let you guys go, I really wanted to show you guys something because I was thinking about this as I was like doing my makeup and I thought like, wait, they need to know. Okay, so you need to know that you can layer this stuff and come up with so many different looks, right? So with how I have my look today, right? I obviously did use Bronze Desire and then I went in with Astro Venetian Orchid. But imagine if you were to layer with different colors. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm swatching Bronze Desire and then I'm gonna go in with Astro Venetian Orchid and I'm gonna kind of layer that into Bronze Desire. And do you see like the different type of layering and look that I'm getting right there? So imagine if I were to have layered Shockwave first and then going with Astro Venetian Orchid. Like, it's gonna pull like more pinky tones. Like, you're gonna be able to see like different reflex more than the other, right? With Bronze Desire underneath, I am getting more of like that lime green tone that's sticking out. But with Shockwave underneath, I'm even getting more of like a pinky tone. Can you see the difference right there? I mean, yes, of course, there's different reflex, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this definitely is an artistry palette. Like, there's so many things that you could do. And if you use the trichrome, you can get like even just more different colors pulled from it, depending on what you're using under it. So right now I'm swatching Cosmic Bloom, and then I'm gonna take the trichrome, which is Blitz Sex Train. So let me show you guys what this looks like right here. Like, I'm hoping you can see it, but it's just depending on how the light hits it. Like, whatever you put under it, like, you can get different colors to show through. And that's where it gets so much fun. Like the layering, playing with the colors and whatnot, and the textures of the palette. It's really endless looks. So my overall final thoughts on this palette, you guys, Huetopian Dream. Like, I absolutely love this. I'm gonna add this to my collection of Mothership palettes, and it's such a gorgeous artistry palette. I love the duochrome, the trichrome, like just the different finishes, the formulas. I feel like there's so much you can do, and every time you pick it up, I feel like you'll be inspired to do something else, do something new. And that's how I feel anytime I use her shadows. Like, I always feel so excited to just go outside of my comfort zone and push myself even further and try different looks. And every time I do, it always comes out so beautifully, and it's always so easy to blend. So let me know if you're gonna get this palette. Do you have it already? What is your personal opinion on this Mothership 9 Huetopian Dream palette? Do you love it as much as I do? Do you prefer one of her other palettes? Let me know what you think. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. Just enjoy my content. And of course, let me know what you guys think about this overall look and how it came together. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and my craziness and uncontrollable excitement. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.